YouTube is happening. It's Friday, April 4th, and we're going to talk about MLB because you can see they're playing all day today. So starting at 1 o'clock Eastern, all the way, literally almost every hour, there's games going on nonstop. So this is what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 games on the slate. We'll talk about those. We'll break every single game down like we always do. But first, we got to do what we always do, and that's a recap of yesterday. So I took these four plays was a pass on here. So over in Boston hit nicely, hit early too. It was great. It almost hit early, but then it eventually did hit. Colorado, Philadelphia broke out in a pitcher's duel randomly. That happens occasionally. Jordan did absolutely nothing for us, and then Yankees, Arizona had 1,000 runs. So 2-2 day, lost a little bit of juice. That's all you lose there. So not the worst day, not the best day. So if you want the plays typed out for every sport I do, or if you want access to the spreadsheet when it's ready for baseball, you go to the HQ you just saw. So and that's the peak of the spreadsheet. Once we're ready, just got to get to 10 games. Once we get to 10 games, we're good to go. So enough of that. We have 14 games on the slate today. We got to break them all down. Let's go find some value right now. All right, first game up is going to be the Chicago White Sox and the Tigers. And we can see is Detroit minus 250 at home with a 7 even as our over under. We're going to go ahead and head over to the props. We're going to see who the pitchers are they're going to be playing. Both teams are 2-4, by the way. Let me go and throw that out there so you can know the records. We got Flaherty going out there for Detroit, and we got Jonathan Cannon going there for Chicago. So let's look at both of these. We do the matchups. We look at history versus the bats they're going to face. There's all the stuff we can look at stats wise. So Flaherty at 13-7, 3.17 ERA. This is all last season now. It's 162 innings. Chicago versus righties. You can see how they did last year. Soon they'll update this to show 2025, but for now, we're looking at last season. So they need more stats too, just like I do. Against Flaherty, historically, since 2018, when they started keeping stats, you can see that there was a home run for Kaylee. Other than that, a whole lot of nothing on here because he has been shutting them down. So pretty good. We'll swap to the other side. We got Cannon versus Detroit. Cannon was 5-10 last year, 4.49 ERA in 124 innings. Tigers bats versus righties. You can see how they did last year. Those are the numbers. That is not many people. Is everybody hurt? Okay, maybe so. I don't know. There's a lot of people missing. Cannon, you can see how they've done against him historically. Keith had a home run and 4 RBIs in 6 at bats, and Carpenter also has a home run, 4 RBIs and 5 at bats. So they're both doing pretty well. So maybe an HRR prop, maybe. So, but I think Flaherty, that's the reason why Detroit's 250, and I think we'd see why. Let's go to the actual props now. Okay, we got the props pulled up now, and I'm doing last 10. We're going to show you last 10 because not only does it encompass this year, the games they pitched in this year, it also encompasses all the games at the end last year, which matters. We don't care what you did at the end of the beginning of last season. I care what you did in your last 10 outings, period. So you can see what he's done earned run wise. He is averaging 3 earned runs given up. His number is 1, so he got a little beat up head to head overall last season, just because people like to see this. He gave up 1 at both times he faced the White Sox, so pretty good. Under earned runs might be the play. Over 1.5 is kind of crazy. So strikeouts wise against the White Sox, 7 and 8 the last 2 times he faced them last season. The last 10 games overall, you can see how he did. He did not hit this line at all. He did strike out 5 against the Dodgers. That's pretty good. So you can see who he faced. And then lastly, hits. I would like to look at those 3 mainly. And you can see numbers there. Let's flop over to Cannon now. Cannon earned runs last 10. A little rough. If you face a good offense, he's probably going to get you. So head to head, Detroit popped off on this dude last year 3 different times, 5, 5, and 4. I think we found our winner. So I think, yeah, Flaherty under's cool, but I think Cannon over might be the way to go. I just don't know if Cannon has figured it out enough because he pitched 1 game this year, but it was against the Angels in a 1-0 thing. Sure, that's cool, but we saw what the head-to-head was. Let's look at the hits. You can see hits in the last 10, and you can see the strikeouts. Yeah, strikeouts are good. I think we're going to take their earned runs because that was against everybody. And then none of these are against Chicago or, against Detroit. That's one of the Detroits right there. And there's the other Detroit. So, yeah. Yeah. Last game he faced Detroit. Yeah. We're going to go to this. Found it. We're taking it. We're going to take Cannon over 2.5. And the 2.5 the best number? Yeah, 2.5 earned runs allowed. Because I think Detroit's going to, if they did it 3 times last year, I don't suspect he got that much better to the point where it's going to come down toward below 2.5. And Detroit's offense has been actually fairly decent here recently. So yeah, we'll take Cannon 2.5 earned runs next. All right, game 2 is going to be the 4-2 St. Louis Cardinals versus the 3-4 Boston Red Sox, and we can see 125 Boston. 9 is our total. Let's go over and look at some props. Who's pitching today? Bueller is going out there for the Sox. Betty is going out there for the Cardinals. So we want to do the matchup. We'll start with Bueller, 1-6 last year with a 5.38 and 75 innings. St. Louis against Rockies last year, you can see how they did. You can see their numbers there versus Bueller. I mean, you've got some decent at-bats. Nolan's got 30 at-bats, but almost nothing to show. Buck 67, and that was 2 home runs. If he gets the ball, he's going to go far. 250. Yeah, you can see that there. So let's flop sides and go to the Fetty versus Boston. And we got 99, 3.3, 177. And then we have Boston righties. You can see how they were last season versus righties. Pretty good overall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 9 people. There's got the starting 9. Okay. And then Fetty versus him. You can see the numbers there too. So good stuff. Nothing truly standing out yet, so let's go a little deeper, shall we? First thing we need to look at is going to be, I'm going straight to Petty because Boston is one of the top strikeout teams in the league. They were that last year. They've already shown they were this year because I've already hit 1 strikeout prop against Boston because Boston swings and misses at everything, apparently. They like to swing, so let's just go look at strikeouts and let's see how it's already an EV play. Nice. Fetty. This dude is not a strikeout dude. Look at his last 10. Look at this 3-3-1. Yeah, he had a 7 and 8 in there against Minnesota, New York. How'd you do against Boston in general? You never faced Boston. Okay, that doesn't help me at all. So, first time facing Boston, this is really hit or miss. Like, he can strike out 10, no problem, against the Rockies. Let's go back even further. Let's look at the whole season. How many times you hit this line? Your average is 4.97. Your line's, I think you can strike out 5 Red Sox. I think you can. They're slumping pretty hard right now. Some of them struggling to hit the ball. They're only 3 and 4. I can see this. Let's see what else we got. Potentially hits. Oh, let's go last 10. Let's go back to where you can see it. Last 10 is nothing stands out. Earn runs, pretty consistent. Nothing's really standing out. He's not pitching bad. Let's pop to Bueller. Bueller hits. Last 10, he's giving it more hits, strikeouts, earn runs. No head-to-head for him either, so he's never faced St. Louis, apparently. That's cool. So the only thing I have in here is I'm going to go with what I said. I'm going to go with, Eric here. I'm going with the Feds. I'm taking the Feds out here to get 4.5 strikeouts against Boston. If you don't like it, don't take it. I'm just saying. Yeah, take your own plays. Do the research, make your own decisions. If you don't agree with it, that's cool. No problem. Hey, if you see something that you like, take that. I'm taking this because of history with Boston's strikeout issues. So we'll take that, see how it works. Next up, Padres, Cubs. Padres, next. I'm just kidding. They're 7-0. 7-0 San Diego. 5-4 Chicago. Man, let's see what the numbers are. It's the Cubs 160 at home. Interesting. We see 6.5, but we never see 6.5. So that is telling me the wind's probably blowing in. That's usually what happens when you get a home game at Wrigley. When the total's that low, you got an in-blowing wind. So let's go look at the props, see who we got. Vasquez and Shoda is going out there. Let's see what these two are up to. Let's do the matchups first, like we always do. 15-3 for Shoda with a 2.91. That is a beast. That's nice. We'll see against lefties. I see. That's why San Diego's not favored. They do not do well against lefties. We know this. They love them some righties. Now it's not bad. These are still, well, that's 203. What's the highest two? 253, 271, 256. Okay, maybe they're not that good. The only one, well, besides Iglesias, who's a 402, everyone else is just not good. Against Shota, 0-0, 250, 3, 2 for 2. Iglesias, obviously. So, okay, we're going to look at some Cub props for him, most likely. Let's swap to their side. Let's look at Vasquez. 4-7, 4.87. Against the righties, that's how the Cubbies did last year. You can see against Vasquez, we got some zeros. We got a couple 1 for 2s. Nothing really out there. So the main thing is we know San Diego struggles against lefties. Shota's a lefty, and he's good against them. So that's why Chicago, and they're at home, which is also good. So let's start here. We got last 10 pulled up. We got our outs. We got our strikeouts. Nothing stands out here. Hits, nothing standing out. Earn runs, no. Let's pop over to Shoulder. Earn runs, head to head. You did face the Padres last year. You gave it 2 runs. Randy, did you face the Cubs? Once in May. You gave up 1 run. You had 6 strikeouts, not bad. And then outs wise, yeah, 13. Cool. You, good sir, hits. How many hits you give up last game? You faced them. You gave up 7 hits, but you also struck out 8. You struck out 8 pod. You know how hard it is to strike out 8 people in San Diego? San Diego is the best team in the league when it comes to not striking out. That is impressive. So what's our number today? 4.5. Man, you don't take strikeout props against the Padres or the Guardians. You just don't do it. So I think we need to be smart. The total's weird for a reason. The good pitching. No, this is a pass. This is a pass. If you made me pick, you said, "Hey, you got to pick something." I'm taking. I'm probably still going to take Chicago to win, or I'm going to take Show to under earn runs, or what was his earn runs? 1.5. Come on, bro. Or I'll probably strikeouts. I'll probably take the strikeouts. Yeah, but I'm not taking it. Next game 4, Toronto and the Mets, and we have it at 5-2 Toronto, 3-3 for New York. Currently, it's New York 130 at home, 7.5 is our total. Let's go look at some pitchers, shall we? Who do we have? Well, let me put the right game up. That might help. Mets. There we go. Next one on the list. Guzman's going out there versus Miguel. Tyler is going out there. Let's start with the matchup. That was a lot of consistency we just saw. Tyler is 4-5 of the 404 against righties. Toronto likes them some righties. Clearly, they do very well against the righties last year. Against McGill, however, not so much. Vladdy's 0 for 7. That ain't good, Vladdy. Santander does have a home run. I keep forgetting he's on the Jays on the Blue Jays now. I keep forgetting this. We'll see Bichette 400, Kirk 400. So we have some good ones and some bad. Everybody else is bad. Flip side, so we can go to Goldsman versus the Mets. 14-11 last year with a 383. Mets versus righties. You can see how they did. Everybody's kind of in the middle. Against Ghostman, Marte is 636 in 11 at-bats. That is damn impressive. Soto is 533 in 15 at-bats. Also damn impressive. 16 and 18 with 1 home run, 7, 1 home run, 5. So there's you a couple right there. 636 and 11 is more impressive to me, personally, than 15 and 5. That's just saying 1.8 is better than 1.6. That's simple math. I did the numbers. So Marte might be a play. Yeah. But then Soto's just Soto too. So it's like, then you look at other people like, they kind of suck. So it's like, whatever. Let's look at the numbers. Last 10, what have they been up to? Goldsman, we got his outs. That's fairly consistent, but I don't like the little drops. Strikeouts, ooh, 5.5. He struck out 10 one time, and the rest of us been kind of No, we don't want to take somebody for strikeouts who isn't really a strikeout dude. Make sense? Yeah. Hits, very inconsistent. We look for consistency here. We're not finding it. And there's nothing here for Kevin. Tyler, what you got for us on strikeouts? I mean, he's 5.8, 4.5 is your number head-to-head. You face him, he had 9 last time. Okay, McGill might be the way to go with strikeouts because he looks consistent. He doubled up his line last time he faced him in September. Yeah, this might be the way. Earned runs, he had a great game. It was a great game. How's this game went? It was 3-2 Mets. But man, last 10, how'd he do? He's averaging 5.6. I think I found my winner. Yep, we're going McGill. McGill over 4.5 Ks. Yep, I'll take that because I don't know who I would take on a side or a total anyways. But if I can just get a prop like that looks fairly like, yeah, I can work with that. And he did this? Yeah, we'll take that. Next up is the Athletics and the Rockies. Oh, what a game. It is going to be, it was 2-5 for the Athletics. It's 1-5 for Colorado. Athletics are favored slightly. 9.5 is our total. Let's go look at some props. Let's get the right game up. No. Okay, all we have are strikeouts, so I even need to go deep into this. Let's see. This is going to be a pass. I'm going to tell you right now. I'll pull them both up, though. I'll show you, but I'm not touching this nonsense. Yeah, I can't do it, though. I'm going to tell you. Can't. We'll see. It was Feltner. Feltner was 3-10 with a 4.49. Not good against righties. You see how Oakland was last year because they were still Oakland. Feltner. That's how they did against Feltner. Nothing to write home about. We flop sides. We flop pitchers. We go Beto Bato 5.3, 3.4. You can see how they did against him, and then you can see how Colorado did against righties. Again, there's nothing here for us. I knew there was nothing. This dude was a reliever most of the year, and then all of a sudden he started getting more innings. So. And he did pretty damn good when he got in there too. So, what is this? Strikeouts. You can see how he's fairly consistent. Rockies are one of the worst strikeout teams, but it's 5.5. I don't love it. He didn't really do that much. And then yours is 4.5. No, this is a pass. Next. Next up, Yankees at Pittsburgh. We're sitting on Yankees 154 with a 7.5. Yankees 4-2. Pittsburgh 2-5. Makes sense. Okay. Pitchers. We got Keller and Max Fried Fried Chicken going out there. So let's pull these two up and let's look at the matchup and dig a little deeper. Keller was 11-12 with a 4.25 over 178 last season. Yankees versus righties. That doesn't matter because they're a different team because they're using special bats. Yeah, Judge is already on pace to smash the record when he's using a normal bat. Dude's just on one right now. So, I mean, come on. Against God, okay. Goldie does pretty good against him. What, 252 with a home run, 32 at bats, but only .72. That's it. Ugh. Yeah, no, I think I would come down, look for the better number, like 455 and 11 for Grisham, or maybe 385 and 13 for Bellinger. See, there's lots of options here. So Keller might have a bad day. He might have a bad day. How has Keller's day gone so far this season? Let's flop that. We'll get back to it. Max was 11-10 with a 3.25. Against Pittsburgh, you can see how they've done. They've actually had some success against the man. Not too much, but some. 320 at bats for Reynolds. Against lefties, you can see how Pittsburgh does. They're kind of They're not terrible. They're just So let's look at the numbers. Keller strikeouts. Let's see. I want your game. How did your game against Miami go? It was 4-3. You had 4 strikeouts. You gave up 1 earned run. You gave up 5 hits. Okay, that doesn't help me much. For the last 10, though, let's see. Yeah, hits allowed. 6.5 is your average. You gave your 4.5. You're facing the Yankees now too. I think I like this. This is the winner I'm going to take. And it's an EV play. It should be 170. You can grab it at 139 over at. Wait a minute. No one, yeah. I ain't taking underdog. Why is that on here? Let me just take the underdog off. No, it is off. Whatever. 170 works for me. As long as it's below 200, I'm cool with it. So strikeouts, I'm not going to mess with earned runs. No, I think it's going to be a hits allowed day for me on this because that was KC, that was Texas. He's never faced the Yankees, so that's a new one. Let's pop over to Max. Outs is fairly consistent except for these last 2 games. Obviously, this is the season. He had 14 outs and a 20-9 win. Because he got rocked against Milwaukee a little bit, believe it or not, I believe. Let's see, earned runs. Well, not rocked. He had 2. How many hits did he give up? 7. Yeah, he has 7 hits. That's what I meant by get rocked. He don't usually give up that many hits. 5.4 strikeouts. Yeah, he only had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, I'm going to leave him alone. I think we're going to go with this Mitch Keller over hits. So we're going to Keller over hits allowed. Over what, 4.5 hits allowed? Yeah. And for those wondering about the earned runs, is it 2.5? It's 2.5. So yeah, hell, I might get the hits alone from home runs alone with the Yankees. Who knows? But I'm gonna take this next. All right, next up, we're going Seattle and San Fran. 3-4 Seattle versus 5-1 San Fran. The NL West is a beast. You got the Dodgers 8-0, you got the Padres 7-0, and the Giants 5-1. Like, come on. I feel bad for the Rockies. And even the Diamondbacks are so good too. It's like, what's their record? They're 4-3. Colorado's going to get destroyed this year. I'm sorry. They're going to lose 100 games. Go in, lock in Rockies 100 losses right now because they're going to get destroyed. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's go with this. It is currently 145 for the Giants and 7.5 for them for the total. Woo. All right, we're done with this game. I won this game. Swap it over. Okay, we got Verlander, and then we got someone. Who do we have? Who's on our schedule? Who's pitching? Verlander's going against Louis F. Castillo. Okay. Is that not announced? Why is we don't have props? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's go. Damn, Verlander. I don't know what that was, but that was a lot of it. We'll see in a second. So Verlander, 5-6, 5.48 with 90 innings last year. Seattle against righties. You can see how they did here against Verlander history. That's a lot of red. That is a lot of red with some good results. The only one was Crawford, 269, 0, like 0.77, 0.59, 0.83. Yeah, you get the picture. San Fran bats versus. Oh, I can't click, but we can look at San Fran bats, period. There you go. There's no data. Okay, hits allowed. Dude is giving up a lot of hits. Not to Seattle, though. Last 10 games, a lot of hits. Now, this is, yeah. You got a couple June starts, then you got literally a 2-month, well, you can't even see them. A couple June starts, and you got literally a gap here for 2 months, and then it goes into August to September, then bam, we've got the start. So, strikeouts, we can see what he's done. No, head-to-head. 1 game last year. Just not feeling this. I'm not feeling. I don't know who the other pitcher is. So I think the smart thing is, if I take anything, it's probably gonna be Verlander to because that ain't the Verlander we know. This isn't this is the Verlander we're like, oh, do we need to have the conversation? This isn't good. So earn runs, no. Yeah, I'm passing. Next. All right, moving on to Arizona and Washington. 4-3 Arizona, 1-5 Washington, and we got Arizona 138, 8.5 is our total. Let's go over to the props, and let me I didn't finish clicking it. Okay, Diamondbacks and Nationals, load it up. That's everybody. What are you doing? I want this one. Yes. Brandon P-Fat going up against Jake Irvin. Okay, cool. Let's let him up. Match up. We need 2024. 10-14 for Jake Irvin. 4-4-1. You can see the numbers there. Against righties, that's how Arizona did last year. You can see the numbers. Against Jake Irvin, history, you can see how they've done. Not many at-bats. Marte has a home run, 3 RBIs, and a 1.0 OPS with a 3.75 and 8 at-bats. That's pretty good. Other than that, no one else has done a home run. We have a couple spotty RBIs, but nothing really standing out. Maybe Marte for an HR prop could be a way. I haven't had one yet. That could be one. Let's see if we have anything else. Flop. Go to the other side. Let's look at Brandon PFAD. Let's see what we got here against righties. You can see how Washington did. Not terrible, but not amazing either. So the only one that's even above 300 is Call at 368. Against him, you can see not much data to work with. So far, all I like is the HR prop for Marte. So let's go up here. Last 10 games. Make sure you can see the last 10. We got our earned runs. He was a little rough, but then got a little bit better. Gave up 3 against Chicago. Strikeouts, you can see what he's done. He has 5 against Chicago this season. Everything else is last season. And then hits. He gave up a lot of hits. He just gave up a lot of hits all year. Like if I go all of 2024, you'll see the man gave up a lot of hits. Now he only gave up 3 in this game, literally to San Diego of all teams. So, I mean, he might have figured something out. He might have. Then again, he might not have. Who knows? So maybe San Diego's getting lucky to be 7-0. We don't know. We'll see. So I think for me, I am going to go over here. We're going to pop open this prop list. We're gonna refresh, make sure we got the crispest, freshest lines, and we're gonna go to the games. We're gonna go Diamondbacks Nationals. We're gonna look for some. I think I like that right there. Kettle one vodka. Yes. And we're going to take HR with him because I love HR props. And then you can see how he's done. He's been popped off a little bit head to head. Yeah, not bad. I think I shall take this 1.5 for 135. Yep, put it on the board. Next. All right, next we got Dodgers and Philly. 8-0 Dodgers, 5-1 Philly. You can see currently, where'd it go? Where is it? There it is. It is 126 Dodgers with an 8 total over under. Let's go to props. Who's pitching? We got Luzardo going out there for Philly, and we got Yamamoto going out there for the Dodgers. So let's take a little closer look, shall we? Luzardo was 3-6 last year with a 5 ERA. Let's see, against lefties, Dodgers are just the Dodgers. I mean, they're good against everybody. So the best ones are obviously Edman at 412. I think you know where we're going here. Anytime there's a lefty, Edmund likes to shine. They move him in the order up to the 2 spot when they face lefties, if they still do that, I believe. When he's facing a righty, they bump him down to like the 6 or 7 spot, maybe even the 8 or 9. So they move him around a lot. So, but good numbers. Against Luzardo, though, he has a 400 and 5 at-bats. Everybody's got decent numbers. So Dodgers sitting at 126. Hell, that might be the play too. So is anyone going to beat them? I don't know. Let's look. Oh, we didn't look at their side. Yeah, flop. Yamamoto 7-2 with a 3 ERA last year. We want Philly versus righties. You can see how Philly's done last season, and Philly versus Yamamoto. They're faced them, obviously, so no data. We go last 10 now. We got Luzardo's last 10 games. Hits, you can see how he did. Strikeouts, popped off a little bit. Earned runs, pretty good overall. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, but I mean, I don't see the Dodgers on this list anywhere. I don't see him. And then outs. Yeah, he's fairly consistent too. He's never faced the Dodgers either. So let's flip over to Yamamoto. Last 10 games, you can see how he's done. He had 2 against Detroit. Strikeout wise, he struck out 10 Tigers in his game he already had this year. And then he's had 2. I forgot about the Chicago-Tokyo series. He did great in that game too. Hits allowed, outs. Yeah, you can see all that. So yeah, I think he's good. Luzardo doesn't look bad. I mean, his outs were good. His earned runs, his hits. He can give us some hits. If that happens, I'm leery of taking Dodgers on the road. But until then, I mean, come on. I'm either taking the Dodgers money. You can actually get money line today, which is nice because it's 138 or 126. Or I can take Edmund. Let's look at Edmund just for shits and giggles. Let's go look at Edmund real quick. Take a little peek at him, see what he's doing over here. Edmund right there. Pull him up. Edmund. yeah. Dude's on a streak. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna have a dual bet. I'm gonna do both. I don't want to miss. I like both of it. So we're gonna go. I'm taking the Dodgers to win the game, and I'm taking Edmund to go over the HRR. That way, yeah. Why not? I mean, I passed on a few. That's fine. So Dodgers money line. I need to type this out so people understand it. So I'm gonna take both of these and move on to the next one. All right, here's a game I want no part of. I'm gonna tell you right now. Miami and Atlanta. Atlanta, what are you doing? The 0-7 Atlanta Braves versus 4-3 Miami. It is 235 for the 0-7 team. Not a chance you'll see me play. No. 7.5. Ain't happening. Let me show you. I'll show you stuff, but Max Myers going out there, not bad. Spencer Schwallenbach is going out there. Let me show you the stuff. All right, Max Myers. I didn't know you get that many hits in a row. My God, dude. Okay, maybe I see why. Head to head, yeah, they popped off on you last year. If Braves don't win this game, they're going to be in a world of hurts. I'm just going to say it right now. Let me show you the stubs. 8-7, 3-3-5. Marlins versus the righties, and then versus Schwellenbach home run for Bride. But other than that, one game, nothing there. And if we flopped it to the other side, we go to Meyer versus the Braves versus righties. You can see the numbers. Meyer was 3-5 with a 5.68, and then versus him, they did pretty well. You can see the numbers. Okay, Braves money line makes sense, but I cannot, in good conscience, take the Braves, who are 0-7. They should win this game, but baseball's a cruel bitch sometimes. So I don't know. They've done something to upset the baseball gods. I don't know what they've done, but I ain't touching it. Show me you can win a game, because I don't know if you can. Show me you can lose. Just like show me the Dodgers can lose. I don't believe it. I gotta see it. I need to see it one time. So yeah, there's Meyer. Let me show you his last 10 so you at least see. Strikeouts. Yeah, he's good at strikeouts. He's good. He's good. Earned runs. He only gave up one against Pittsburgh, but that was the season. And then his pitching outs and his hits. Cool. Pop over to Spencer Schwallenbach. And we go last 10. You can see it. Earned runs, strikeouts, not good. He was for a while striking out a bunch, but then he kind of just gassed out, you could tell. And then his hits allowed and his outs. Yeah, his outs went up, but no. For me, it's a pass, 100%. I cannot mess with. I need to see what Atlanta does today. Next. All right, 4 games left. Cruising along. We got Baltimore and KC now. KC slight favorite, 110. 8 is our total. Let's pop over to the props, shall we? Put it on the game. Hit yes. Kramer versus Lugo. A little matchup we got there. Let's take a look at it a little closer, shall we? Oh yeah, Baltimore's 3-4. KC's 2-4. Not a good start for KC or Baltimore, really. Figured they both be better. 16-9, 206 for Lugo against righties. You see how Baltimore did. Against Lugo, you see how Baltimore's done. There's a home run for Westberg, and that's it. There's a bunch of zeros. It's a whole lot of nothing. If we flip sides, we go over to Kramer. Kramer was 8-10 with a 409 last year. You can see the numbers he had versus KC. KC has gotten some home runs off the dude. 375 with a home run for Bobby Witt with a 1-1. I might take that. That's with 8 at-bats is pretty decent. I might take a Bobby Witt HR, just saying. Because I don't know if I like the pitchers in this one. You see how they did overall versus righties. Let's look at the last 10 before we make a true decision. Bobby Witt is the play so far. Because I don't know who's going to win this game. I have no clue. So we look at the last 10. We got strikeouts. We see that Kramer has 6 against Toronto last time out. Then he had this. He averaged 5.4 in his last 10. Hits, he averaged 4.6. Numbers 4.5 doesn't help us. Earned runs 2.5 doesn't help us. We pop over to Lugo. 4.5 hits. Got better as the season ended, and then gave up only 4 against Cleveland. Strikeouts, you can see, gotta scroll down. Nothing really there. Nothing consistent we want to take, and same for earned runs. So yeah, let's go to the bats. Bang. We're gonna go to the Baltimore game. Baltimore KC. We're gonna pull up Mr. Witt, because I think that's the one we want to go with. Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Come here, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Let's see. HRR, yeah, he was good all the way up his yeah, he has done it in the last 2 games, so that's good. Head to head, yeah, you can see how he's done against Baltimore. Pretty good overall. Can't complain. Yep, we'll take it. That works for me. Bobby Witt over 1.5 HR. Next. All right, Tampa Bay and Texas. 4-2 Tampa, 5-2 Texas, both doing well. We can see 130 for Texas at home. 8.5 is our total. Let's look at the pitchers. Oh, we got Littell going out there versus Molly. I can never say this man's name. Tyler. There you go. There, you see it. You know who it is. Let's look at the matchups real quick. Molly 0-1, 4.97, only 12 innings. So there's going to be no real data. But you can see how Tampa did against righties. They were kind of last year overall, both sides of the plate. No data. Over 1 for 2. No data there. Flop to the other side. We have Zach, 8-10, 3.63. You see how Texas did against righties last season. And then you can see how Texas did against Zach historically. And you can see 1 for 2 with a home run for him. And then 1 for him. And then 1 for him. 605 at bats. If this was a few more at bats, we would take it, but I'm just nothing standing out so far. Both teams playing good. Both pitchers kind of not much information we can work with. Let's look at the last 10, and this is what, strikeouts? Yeah, strikeouts. You can see he has been popping off 7.77 last 3 games. What was your head-to-head? You faced him last year on the 7th in the 7th one. 7's your number, my dude. Let's see, hits. 9 hits allowed. You gave up 9 hits to Texas. How many earned runs did you give up? 7. But you still struck out 7. All right. No, you struck out 5. Okay. We were on earned runs. Gotcha. I see where I'm at now. Last 10 earned runs. Did pretty well outside of 2 games. Everything else is pretty shut down. So let's pop over here. You have just strikeouts. Nothing. There's nothing here for us. All right. No, pass. I need more information. I don't have it. Next. All right, next up is a fun one. Cincinnati, Milwaukee. Did you know Cincinnati's lost 3 straight games, 1-0? Yeah, I know, because I had bets on them every time, pretty much. They made Cortez, nasty Nesta, look like Cy Young himself yesterday. He went 6 innings with 1 hit and 7 Ks, I think it was. It was ridiculous. Since he scored 14 runs 4 games ago in 1 game, and then ain't scored nothing since. First team since 1960 to do that. Crazy. So, anyways, it is a pick'em. I can't bet Cincy. You crazy. Hell no. 8.5. Cincy either going to go for another 0 or they're going to drop like 30. There's no in between. They're not going to just get like 2 runs. It just ain't going to happen. So who's pitching? Nick Martinez versus who? Well, here, let me show you who. They don't know. Milwaukee's like, oh, we don't even need to use a pitcher against this team. Let's just pick someone out the stands. It's a contest. That's all we need to beat this team. That's how bad they're doing right now. So I'll show you Martinez, but obviously if you're new here, if there's ever an undecided pitcher when I make these videos, it's an auto pass almost automatically, unless something really stands out that we can use. So let's pop to the props and look what we got. Martinez, let's see, 10-7, 310 against Milwaukee. Let's see how he's Milwaukee versus righties. You can see this is how they did last year against Nick Martinez. A lot of red. So he's done quite well against them. So since he has pitching down, like they've only given up 3 runs in 3 games. Pitching is amazing. Batting is garbage. So you're really good and really bad. Peaks and valleys. So strikeouts last 10 games. Let's see. Get on screen. There you go. And we got our hits and we got our earned runs. And yeah, he's not bad. So he did give it 4 to San Fran, but it is San Fran. So yeah, so until you know who it is, we got to pass auto. There's nothing standing out. Now, if there was like some awesome bat, like the batters were good against this dude, we would take a bat, but nothing here. I lean Cincy just because of pitching, and hopefully the offense can step up, but I ain't touching it. Next. Last game, Cleveland and LA Angels. And we can see it's basically pick them slightly into Cleveland with an 8 total. Let's go to the props, see who we got. This is 2-4 Cleveland versus 4-2 LA Angels. Let me put the right game on. That might help us. There we go. Gavin Williams going up against Soriano. Okay, nice little matchup. See what we got going over here. 6-7 for Soriano, 3.42. Does have a 3 ERA historically versus Cleveland. Against the righties, you can see how Cleveland did last year. They prefer the lefties. Makes sense. Against Soriano, they have done quite well though. Jose has a home run. That's about it. Not many bats. Really can't use any of this. Yeah, let's swap. Bang. Williams, 310, 4.86, 76 innings. You can see, there you go. Against Gavin, 2 for 5 in RBI. Nothing there for us. Let's see. Are we going to end on another pass? Gavin Williams has been giving up runs, though. So how many innings have you been pitching in this, though? 4, 7. Bump. Okay, you're all over the place. You're about 5 innings. So How are the Angels doing offensively is another question I need to know. So strikeouts last 10, you can see all over the place. Hits, his earned runs is the worst thing. Over 1.5 might be the play, but then we got to trust the damn Angels to give us offense. I don't know about that. I don't have that much stat data yet. So this is why I need my sheet so I can see how the bats are doing. Right now we're just going based off the pitching, and that's about it. So once the sheets are up, the batter props are going to come flowing because you'll be like, oh, this team is not good, or this team is good. So let's see. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling this. If anything, I would take Gavin Williams to get over 1.5 earned runs, but I don't trust LA to get 2 runs, so that's fine. We're gonna end with a pass. Whatever. We have a lot of plays. I mean, we have several passes as you're going to have, but we still have plays. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 plays. Come on, that's a great day. So go back to the schedule. Let's see. Tomorrow is Saturday, and let's see. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 4. Everyone's playing 15 games. I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're playing, if you're even playing today. Other than that, if you have questions, ask them. Don't care. Go check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out, and the sheet will be available next week, mid next week, and next weekend, when every team hits game 10. So Colorado's and Pittsburgh are at 5, so they have to get to 10. Everybody else is like 6, 7. So other than that, subscribe. There's the HQ. We'll see you tomorrow on Saturday for some more MLB. Peace.